Hey class, welcome to our final case study. I'm going to go over our Dollar Tree case study here today. And I want to first go over the intro. So the case provides this opportunity to explore the important role that a logistics system plays in achieving net profit success in a low margin, high turnover business, which we've covered in the class. And you should be able to answer that question. The Dollar Tree model requires efficient use of logistics resources as well as maximizing utility and capacity and the scale of each of the distribution centers. So let's go to our two questions that we're going to answer, and then you'll also have the uh, paper outline to help you with formatting your paper as well. Now, expanding the current uh, DC or creating a new one. So those are our two questions that we really have to look at it and see which one is a better idea. So should we expand it or should we build a brand new facility? Now, sometimes that you won't get out of the case study is culture. Uh, for example, uh, I used to work for a company that had a very large distribution center, but they decided to go ahead and build a new distribution center just because of the fact that the building and the culture of the employees in the old one was so bad that they did not want to expand a a new employees or expose them to such a bad culture. And so when they did that, it still continued to show that that culture sometimes can play a role, which isn't in this case study. So what do you recommend? Expand, build new. Doesn't matter to me which one you're going to recommend. There is no right or wrong answer. You'll see that it's pretty much a coin flip for most of the points of it. But make sure that your recommendations uh, don't conflict with the qualifications or the benefits of anyone. So when we have the cost of the elements and the drivers in here, so the inbound transportation is going to be something that you would want to look at. So the geographic distance to supplier, the facility transport mode, truck versus train, and operations of full track utilization is going to be important elements towards this case study of why you would do it. So one of the things that we will look at is inbound transportation, and also the outbound as well. And so we'll also look at this DC facility costs, the facility scales of economies, the process of technology and automation in those facilities. Sometimes an older facility doesn't have the floor plan that can create a technology or automation that will be in there. Also, geographical regional wages is an important factor, and then the operation utilization of it. How is it all going to work together? So sometimes if you think about if you go ahead and you look at a geographic location or regional location, if I moved my DC to a lower cost county, I can pay less for my workers and get a higher return. But am I paying more for that inbound or outbound costs to get those products to the stores? So those are some of the things that you have to look at here. Also, the outbound transportation, we've already talked about this, the geographic distance to the store. And then one of the big things you have to look here is the backhauling opportunity. If I'm sending trucks out, I have to send trucks back in. Well, the problem with it is that if I'm sending trucks that are fully loaded to stores, they're coming back empty. How am I going to get that full truck utilization so that I'm not sending back trucks? That's just an empty cost to a company. Also, we have to look at their inventory carrying costs. the safety stock, cycle stock, and the pipeline stock that come in with this case as well. And so the other part is how does a network design drive costs? The number of DCs, the DC locations, lots of DCs, fewer DCs sometimes are better in there. And then also here are some other consideration. If you look at the demand, its expansion favors expansion for that. The next one is the network complexity favors keeping it simple, the expansion. The other side is the flexibility favors the Hartford, and then the store service is the level of improvement favors Heartland as well. So all these things considered to be somewhat important. Now remember, as long as you're explaining it and you're giving good recommendations, your paper is fine with any recommendation that you provide to me. One of the things that I do want to tell you is that the paper is due Sunday, not Friday. Please get it turned in. If you have any problems or concerns, let me know. I'm here to help. And I also would love to review your paper before you submit it, if that is something that you want. All right, if you have any questions, remember to reach out to me so that I can help you.